Bitcoin finally made a new higher high on a daily time frame, which is indicating we're shifting from a bearish trend into a bullish uptrend. And in this video I will tell you everything about what we can expect for Bitcoin in the coming hours. I also opened a new trade for Bitcoin, but I will tell everything about this later in the video. I will also have a look at the Bitcoin and the Ethereum ETF flows. We have some news coming in, and I will also have a look at two altcoins, and that will be Bittensor TAO and Polkadot. So you want to watch this video all the way to the end to don't miss anything. Please like this video because it will be highly appreciated by me, and in the description in this video you can find the links to my free Telegram group and also to my Twitter channel. So with that being said, let's dive right into the charts. So finally Bitcoin broke out of this horizontal channel on the 4-hour time frame. This time was a little bit boring, but now we are seeing a huge pump to the top side, and this is looking exactly what we are waiting for. And if we zoom in on the 1-hour time frame, we can see that Bitcoin is now creating a new bull flag formation, which is indicating of course a very bullish bias pattern. We are seeing this beautiful pump, and now we're seeing consolidation happening, and this sideways consolidation has multiple touch points on the top side as resistance, and also we see 3 times the touch point on the lower side as support. So eventually this bull flag formation is a typical bullish bias pattern, because we see more chances that it's going to break out to the top side, but of course we can also see a little bit of downside after this huge pump to the top side. So I opened a new trade for Bitcoin, but I will tell you that in a second. But first let's have a look at the Bitcoin ETF flows. And we can see that yesterday was another very insane bullish day. We saw another 970 million flowing into the Bitcoin market, and especially BlackRock is buying like crazy. They bought for 643.2 million, and also the Fidelity and the ARK Bitcoin ETF were buying like crazy. So this is exactly what we want to see, and this is exactly what I warned you about, because the total cumulative flow is now looking bullish, and we are seeing this spike to the top side, and we're already above the $37 billion. So today we could see the cumulative inflow coming back to the $38 billion dollars. So of course this will have a very interesting effect on the price of Bitcoin. And if we have a look at the Ethereum ETFs, we can see that yesterday was another bearish day. Earlier this week we saw 38.8 million inflows, and yesterday we saw almost a 24 million of total outflows, and this was exactly because BlackRock is selling their Ethereum portion. So yeah, the Ethereum ETF is still very slow, so let's see what the rest of the week will bring us. And zooming out to the daily time frame, we can see that Bitcoin broke out of this falling wedge formation, which was very bullish of course, and I've been warning you about this potential breakout on this falling wedge formation. We're now seeing that Bitcoin is pumping to the top side, and we are also coming to this horizontal level, which was acting as resistance and support in the past. So I think this is a very interesting level to look at, and we can already see a little bit of a rejection coming into the market. So Bitcoin could potentially see lower prices, but of course we are still shifting from this bearish trend into an uptrend. So I think we could potentially make a higher low around here, and then we can aim for higher targets, and then we can also break this horizontal level to the top side, which would be very bullish of course. So yeah, for now we are looking at this big resistance, so I think we will see a little bit of a rejection, and that is why I opened a new trade on Bitcoin. So currently I'm not in a very big profit, but I just opened it, and I also shared it on my free Telegram group where you can join for free. Just click the links in the description in this video and you can see my free Telegram group. So I'm in this short for Bitcoin because I think we will see a little bit of lower levels, that we potentially see a retest of this previous resistance to test it as support. I will also talk about that later in the video, about that resistance level. And I got a very special bonus for you. So if you register on Bitunix, you will get just a 10 USDT for just only registering. So you don't have to do anything. And side note, you get the futures bonus every Monday. And also if you deposit to 200 USDT, you get a trade bonus of 100 USDT as a bonus. So of course this is a very interesting bonus. So if you want to trade together with me, just click the link in my free Telegram group, or you can find the link in the description under this video. So these bonuses are only available with clicking through this link. So if you want to trade together with me and earn some bonuses, get started today and register on Bitunix. So let's have a look at the 4-hour time frame. We can see that Bitcoin broke out of this huge horizontal channel, and we also saw that we're breaking this insane resistance. So in the past we can see multiple touch points here as resistance, and we finally broke it to the top side, and the most bullish scenario was playing out. But of course, I'm always waiting for a retest of this resistance to test it as support. And from here, you can also enter the market in a long. And currently, I am in a short, as I was saying. So when Bitcoin is coming back to this level, I'm closing my short position, and then I will open a long position for Bitcoin on Bitunix. So yeah, I think these potential retests could be happening very soon, and it would be very healthy price action actually, because we're shifting from this downtrend into an uptrend. And of course, we are now creating a beautiful higher high, but we also need to create a higher low for Bitcoin. And that, of course, would yeah, be very healthy price action. So yeah, this is why my trading setup is right now. And I think we will see a little bit of a rejection here. And from here, I will enter the market again in a long. And zooming out to the daily time frame, we can see that Bitcoin is still in this very bullish uptrend. We can see higher highs and higher lows. We shifted from this higher high when we created a new all-time high into a bearish trend, and we saw lower lows and lower highs. But now Bitcoin finally created a new higher high, which is indicating a very interesting reversal of the trend. So potentially we could potentially create a higher low play, and from there we can create another higher high. And that of course will indicate and confirm the bullish uptrend we are in right now. So this higher high is very bullish, and this is the start of the big reversal for Bitcoin on the daily time frame. And we also had some very interesting news about China, and they're saying to resuming and trade talks with the United States. So they want to have trade talks with Trump. And of course, if there's going to be a settling of the trade wars, that will be very bullish for the markets, and we will see a lot of dust settling. And I also think that it will be very bullish for the S&P 500. And having a quick look at S&P 500, we can see that yeah, we're running into resistance once again, because in the past we can see this interesting horizontal level acting as resistance and support. So this is the next level to break, but we can also see that we're also creating a little bit of a W pattern with a new higher low. So this is exactly a very strong pattern, and a W pattern always has a neckline, just like we see here. So yeah, we could for instance also see that we're going to pump above this resistance, retest it as support, and then we can aim for higher targets. But for now, we see a little bit of a rejection, so we could also see more and lower prices for the S&P 500. And then I want to have a look at the first altcoin of today, and that will be Bittensor TAO. We can see that Bittensor TAO is already up for a lot of interesting percentages. We can see we broke out of this huge falling wedge formation, which I've been warning you about. Multiple touch points on the top side as resistance and on the lower side as support. We broke bullish, we retested this resistance as support, and from here you could have entered the market for Bittensor TAO in the long, and we could have already made a very interesting trade of almost 50%. So this is a very interesting trade, and the breakout target is to the top side, and it will be the top side of the formation, and it will bring Bittensor TAO all the way back to the $640. So from this breakout, we are already seeing a 50% increase. So yeah, I told you about this trade on my Twitter channel, in my videos, and also on my Telegram group. So yeah, you could have been warned about this potential trade. And having a look at another daily time frame, we can see these horizontal levels coming into play. We are bouncing from this lower side support very beautifully, just like we saw here, and also in some years ago. So currently we are coming back to this next big resistance, and this horizontal line needs to be broken to the top side. But of course we could also see a little bit of rejection for Bittensor TAO coming in, and that we potentially see a little bit of a higher low play, and then eventually we want to see a continuation of the bullish trend. So this is the next make or break point, because in the past we can see a lot of price action around this level, and I think we won't just pump through it, but of course it could be very bullish, and that we are going to see a retest of this resistance as support, and then we can aim for the next big resistance on the daily time frame. So let me know in the comments, are you still bullish on Bittensor TAO, and did you buy Bittensor TAO just like me at this green box of accumulation? And the next altcoin I want to have a look at is Polkadot. This is also a very interesting project still, and on the top side we can see multiple touch points on the top side as resistance in this falling wedge formation, and on the lower side we saw multiple touch points as support. We are finally breaking bullish, we are retesting this resistance as support, and now we are already up for some amount of gain. So I didn't trade this formation, but you could already made a very interesting gain of 12%, and especially when you are leverage trading, this could be a very interesting trade. So the top side of the formation will be confluent with the breakout target, and that is also confluent with a lot of resistance in the past and in the past, and also support. because we can see here multiple price actions, and this breakout target will be around the $8. So this could be a very interesting reversal for Polkadot that is happening right now. And on the weekly time frame, we can also see that Polkadot is finally bouncing from this lower side support, and yeah, this is looking very critical actually. So we need to see more strength coming in for the Polkadot coin. In the past, we can see multiple bullish bounces from these levels. So let's see if Polkadot can make another bullish bounce on the weekly time frame. So also let me know in the comments, do you still hold Polkadot in your portfolio, and do you think that Polkadot can reach new highs in 2025? So again, please like the video if you think it was useful. Don't forget to register on BitUnix to get a free 10 USD futures bonus. You can follow me on my Telegram group, and you can also follow me on my Twitter, where I post a lot of daily updates about Bitcoin and crypto in general. Currently my short position is in a bigger profit, so during the making of this video we already made it 3% almost. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.